And good afternoon, fellow citizens of the verse, and welcome back to the Star Citizen stream. Well, a Star Citizen stream. I've got no idea how many other people stream Star Citizen. I imagine there's quite a few, and I'm sort of just a little blip on the radar of Star Citizen streaming. But anyway, welcome if you're here to my increasingly. I don't know, what's the word? Increasingly incompetent? That's probably a bit harsh. Increasingly erratic, let's go with that, attempts to fly around the universe of Star Citizen to explore strange new worlds and seek out stuff. Anyway, there we go. That's what I'm attempting to do, and it's mostly having fun. Okay, it's Friday afternoon, for God's sake. We've got a long weekend coming up in the UK. It's a bank holiday again. Yes, huzzah! 3 days. So it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, welcome one and welcome all. We must do the thing because we do the thing. Right. So David AVT is here. Hello. Starbolt 81 is here. Reservoir Dog is here. Medicus is here. Moon a Space Lunar. And that's a good name. I like that. Zenix 81. Always good to see a fellow Sinclair fan. That's always good. And an Ace, first time chat. Hello, Anan Ace. Good to see you. Thank you very much for popping along. Have a Boo Boo is here. Good to see you, sir. Commander Sonak is here. The shiny red flag is here. There's the shiny red flag. Lum Says is here. Medicus is here. The first time chat also from Luke 5G2. Loving this stream series, mate. Up to episode 8. Probably can't stay for long. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Luke. Much appreciated. And yeah, so watch offline if that's your bag. That's not a problem at all. DJ Squibby is here. Alexand is here. First time chat as well. Hello to you. Top Shot is here. Good to see you, Top Shot. Zalos Corvus is here. And Top Shot has subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much. Shadow Red Flag is saying again, he's down the pub. You're down the pub. It's a perfect place to watch this stream. Rogan James is here as well. Just Build and Play is here as well. Frego5, good afternoon. First time chat as well. Good to see you. The Big Boo, good to see you, Big Boo fella. Always nice to see you along. How are you doing? The Real Martigan is here as well. The Shadow Wyvern is here. Beodrick79. Manic Kitty is here. Happy Space Tea Day. Yes, Space Tea will be along at the moment. That would be good. Real Martigan says this is your random time period reminder that the Herald is the best ship in the game, and if you don't own one, then you suck at Star Citizen. This is the new way. This is the way. This is the way. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. ETA 3 minutes is here. Daximus CMB is here. Abstract Player is here. Frago5 is here. I think I might have done that already. I'm getting lost. MGL 1206 is here. Sean Valentines is here. That'll do. Right, anyway, welcome one and welcome all. We are now back in Star Citizen. Where am I? What am I doing? I am waiting for the Streamlabs to capture the game. Yeah, there it goes. I'm in Microtech, aren't I? Because I crashed very badly. The relentlessly unrelenting Drew. Yes, that's probably better than the eccentric. Right, so I'm here in New Babbage, I think. And it seems to be night time. Just going to have a quick look out the window, because yes, we ended up last week looking at a rather nice little Christmas tree, didn't we? It was very very festive for April. Very strange, but yeah, it's nice. There's a little Easter eggs in the game like that, and I don't mind Easter eggs at all. I do particularly like when they are lorified, though. I suffered from an excess of velocity. I did, didn't I? That was very bad. Hang on, let me just make sure the chat is streaming, because it wasn't. That's what's going on. There we go. No, it's still not working. Hang on a minute. I've got my OBS is being again. Crash. What happened? What happened? Well, yeah, there was a slight problem with my ship, a space station, and a bit too much velocity, let's say. It was entirely pilot error. Moon of Space Lunar. Can I join you? Yes, you can. Send me whatever you send me, and that's absolutely fine. Yeah, space station got in the way of my ship. It was most alarming. It was not good. So yes, that was the end, alas, of my poor Constellation Phoenix. So I'm hoping it has come back. Here it is. Right. So we can go and get it. I had to do another insurance claim. Constellation befriended at Lagrange Station. That's exactly right. Right. So we've got to go to Hangar 10. So let's do that. Because what we were going to do last week is continue the tour of the actual locales in the game. We've done most of the moons of the inner planets. and we were working our way out. The plan was we were working our way out to the outer moons. What was it? Hangar. It was Hangar 10, wasn't it? There we go. And yeah, somebody had mentioned, and there were various different places that were worth seeing along the way. Somebody's talked about a henge, which sounded really quite interesting. So there's my ship, at any rate. Benny Henge. So where is that? Okay. I'm always interested to go sightseeing, because at the moment I'm still really enjoying the different locales that the game. Okay, so Benny Henge is an Easter egg. It's in the belt of Yella. Okay, so what is that? Is that some sort of relic or something? Oh, maybe I should just go there and find out. That's probably better. If you go to the settings and find pilot velocity indicator, why didn't that work? Friend request. Hang on, there we go. Sad universe. It's a bit depressing. Why can't we have happy universe? Benny Henge is in the asteroid belt of the moon of Crusader. Okay, so hang on. Crusader is that the second one out? Some sort. Okay, well I wouldn't mind. I like seeing little things like that. So let's go. Let's get in there. And join and go and do sightseeing, because sightseeing is where I'm at the moment. I'm still very much an utter noob at Star Citizen. I basically know my way around the basic controls at this point. And I've done a little bit. I've sort of done a little bit of everything, I suppose. I've done a bit of sightseeing. We've done a little bit of space combat, although that's clearly one of my weakest areas. You'll not be surprised to know. But my real love is sightseeing and looking at things, because I'm, for those of you who don't know me, I'm actually a sci-fi writer by day, and I love seeing what other people have created in the games, and these games are becoming so immersive now that they really are becoming, in my head, a sort of platform for telling adventures. And what I'd like to do in the future with Star Citizen is exactly that. Maybe with a group of like-minded fellow, kind of writery, creative types, to create content on top of this that other people could enjoy. So that sort of stuff is where I'm ultimately thinking of going. But I've got a lot of learning to do before I've got enough knowledge, if you like, and enough kind of experience to be able to do those kind of things. Hoods and capes coming. I don't know. I suppose I could go and buy one, couldn't I? I think I've just got a very ordinary generic spacesuit at the moment for this particular character. Right. So let's get ourselves out of here. I haven't done this for a while. Comlink, friends, add some friends. There we go. The spaceport. No, yeah, the cape. The cape's definitely in No Man's Sky, isn't it? I am clear to launch. That is good. Right. So, which way around? Oh, okay. So the actual. Where's the door? Oh, it's above me. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay. So it's just basically vertical thrust. Let's do that. The engines are on. Up we go. Oh, the weather's really bad today. Look at that. Right, vertical, VTOL, gear up. Should be good. Yeah, it's not a particularly well. Actually, no, it's not too bad. Let's get ourselves off the ground. Okay, rock and roll. Okay, so somebody mentioned, I just saw that, I don't know who it was, 3.17, that's the next version, obviously, of this, potentially coming out today. Well, that could be exciting. If it does happen on my stream, does that does that crash my game? Oh, I've left the party. I think I might have pressed the wrong button there. Okay, so they want to release it this week. Okay, I've joined the party. I don't know what's going on. Well, this week still has tomorrow technically. They send out a notice several hours ago, so hopefully it won't interrupt the stream. Well, I mean, 3.17. So what are the big things? What are the big things coming in 3.17? Can anyone give me a very short list in the chat? I'm nearing a restricted area. Am I? Let's get some altitude, shall we? I do love the way this game looks. Well, there's way too much new and improved in 3.1. Okay, well, okay, so ship-to-ship refueling, background stuff, bindable button for calling ATC. That'll be nice. So a lot of things in Star Citizen Crash Your Game. A lot more performance. Well, that's good news, isn't it? Because some games coming. Excellent. Entity graph is a major one. More work on Gen 12, refueling, selling, first stage of Quanta, FPS improvement. That's like a nice list, actually. So that is exciting, isn't it? Squirrels! Squirrels! Excellent. I'm very happy about that. I mean, space games clearly need a lot more squirrels. A coffee shop, they're all essential things. I'd like the sauna to work on my... I would like the sauna to work on my Constellation Phoenix. That would be a good thing as well. And my table, little things. And maybe, is this map, however, being updated? Because this is a thing that is a bit, not all that great, really. Let's be honest. Right. So Benny Henge is Crusader. No, we've kind of been to Crusader. We were heading, I think, to where were we going? No, we've done Hurston. We were heading to Arc Corp, but since we're here, because I blew up my ship, let's explore the moons of Microtech. So we've got Calliope, or Calliope. We've got Clio, and we've got Utope. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that. So no map update yet. Darn. Someone's radar locking me. It seems like it'll give a nice lift in frames per second. We'll have to wait and see. CRG will add the map to Squadron 42 first, and then they'll bring it into the persistent universe. Okay, so it's several quarters away, so it's not kind of anywhere anytime soon. It's Greek. Calliope. Yeah, so Calliope, Clio, and Utope. Does that sound about right? Let's go to Calliope. So if you are in the game and you're in my space and in my multiverse, head to Calliope. We'll go there first. Let's check out. Named after the ancient Greek muse who inspires eloquence to supposedly remind those gazing on the moon from Microtech to strive for pure expression of thought. It's very poetic, isn't it? Star Citizen at times. I like the way that the moons are given some descriptions like that. Right, so let us orientate the ship. Oh, I've forgotten. Oh, we've got to go to OM1 first. Let's invite Top Shot in there. Why does the party keep disbanding? I think basically join Top Shot's group. Top Shot is very he's very good at organising stuff on my behalf. So get joined into Top Shot's group, and we'll be able to fly along and do stuff. Engage. Okay. So I am heading to Calliope. Calliope. Oh, look, there's the vector thing that somebody else was talking about as well. Right. So why am I not getting? I can see Shadow Walker ahead of me. Why am I not getting a vector to Calliope? What was it over there? According to that, it's down. Sometimes I don't understand this HUD. I don't know if I'm just reading it wrong or because it should be. According to that, it should be ahead of me, and there's no. Oh, Shadow Walker is at Calliope. Right. Okay. And Star. Okay, look at that. That's quite nice. You can actually see the map animating. So let me just clear the route and set it again. That won't set it. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing now. I can let's go over there. Oh well, okay. We were pointing about the right direction. Can't LP. Right, we are heading in the right direction. Here we go. All right. It's not very far away. That's the nice things about travelling to the various different moons. The servers have been getting janky in the last couple of days, a sure sign that a patch is imminent. Excellent. Oh, emphasis on the second syllable, so Calliope. I'll get confused. Okay, so this there you go. Well, here we are. This is Calliope. However we decide to pronounce it. Okay, so what kind of world is it? It's got an atmosphere, which is nice. Okay. Calliope. Calliope. Oh, Calliope. Hang on. Calliope. Is that right? It's not as doesn't roll off the tongue as well as Calliope. Calliope. There we go. There we go. I'll go with that. Right, let's unroot the thing. What does that give us on the surface? Okay, so there are some processing facilities. There's a base, Shubin processing facilities. That seems to be what's down there. So, and there's a research outpost. Calliope. Okay, let's go with Calliope. Okay, so there's a few targets down there. Any suggestions for places to visit? I'm going to have to struggle to say this. Calliope. Calliope. Stop it. Now you're just confusing me. Calliope. I'm going to try and get that right. Okay, so we are here. I do like the way that atmosphere is illuminated there. That is very pretty. Let's try going here. The Rayari Anvik Research Post. I'm going to go there. Engage. I think that's more likely on the daylight side of the planet. I'm more interested in going onto the daylight planets, the daylight side at the moment, because obviously it's easier to see stuff. Now we are on the furthest planet out from the star, so it's going to be, I'm guessing, pretty cold here still. Obviously, you know, Microtech is extremely cold. Let's just roll the ship around. It's very bright, isn't it? Whoa. This looks like a kind of Hoth planet going on here. The Microtech and its moons are very frosty. There's quite a thick atmosphere. It's quite Hoth-like, isn't it? I'm going to be a bit careful of the atmosphere. Let's go. Let's shut the speed down here a little bit. Now, tab the scanners. Does it show anything? It's like flying into a whiteout. There's 2,500 meters up. I can't see anything at all. There is the research base, still 10 kilometers ahead. It's cold outside. There's some kind of atmosphere. Oh, we've just gone through a cloud there. Okay, now I can't see anything. It's just fog. That is quite disconcerting. There's nothing to see at all outside the ship. It's just grey. So this isn't the most picturesque place we've been, is it? So what was the exploring like today, Drew? Well, we saw this colour called grey. It was very interesting. Look at that. I can just about see the ground. Notice that my and this is a problem that real pilots experience actually is you know, when you're in mist like this, it's very easy to lose which way up you are. I was actually drifting at a bit of an angle there, and I didn't notice because it was only when the HUD started showing me that I was drifting. That okay, so I can now see the ground. It's very, very desolate looking. Oh, there's the base up ahead. Okay, some sharp sort of sticky rocks sticking out of the ground. I like the way that creeps out of the mist like that. That's quite spooky, isn't it? So this is going to be a place where it's going to be pretty easy to get lost. Right, I'm going to park maybe about here actually. I can see Shadow Walker coming in. Let's just have a look at the ground. Now I could do with a ground facing camera that's kind of in game. Do you know what I mean? One of the things that I do miss from Elite is that ability to just kind of get a complete sense of the terrain underneath my ship. Because obviously all these big spaceships have quite the blind spots, don't they? So it would be nice to have either a ground facing camera or some sort of radar map. There we go, and come down. Yeah, we're down. So okay, so I can see this kind of reminds me of the surface of Mars, only not red. It's very desolate, isn't it? I'm assuming, have I got my helmet on? Yes, it's very important. We once stepped out onto a vacuum planet and nearly died almost instantly. Always remember. Fly your ship more. It's like with a new car, you have to get used to its footprint. Yeah, the only thing is, I mean, the ship. The problem I have with this particular ship, which I think is because of the way it's organised, is you're hanging out the front, aren't you? A lot. I mean, there's the bridge there. You can actually see it. So you're literally sitting right on the tip of the ship, which is fine. And if you fly into the terrain forwards, then that's kind of okay. But it's quite a lot of ship behind you, isn't there? I don't know how long the constellation Phoenix is, but it's not insignificantly small, and that's a lot of ship to manage as you land. Why didn't that go up? Let's fix that. It's minus 97. It's minus 98. Okay, so it's not very warm out here, and not very pleasant at all. Where is the base? Oh, look at that spaceship over there. Who's that? Shadow Walker's ship. That, oh, and what's that ship there? Folks have brought along some very nice weapons. Look at the weather. The weather's awesome. I can take the banner again if you want. Look at that. So that's a nice looking ship. I like that. Thank you for bringing that along. Lance looks like he's getting rolled around by the weather. Oh, look at this. Weather here is atrocious. This is excellent. I like. That does look good, doesn't it? That's a very cool looking ship. I love that circular canopy there. That's very sweet. Now, can I get the Ursa from here? I'm just going to run across to. The wind won't let it. It does look almost like a No Man's Sky sort of ship, doesn't it? With that sort of small ship kind of feel. I don't want to exhaust myself. If there's a ground vehicle land, so let's go and have a quick look over at the pad. Should land a little bit closer. I've given myself quite a long walk, haven't I? Now I'm looking. Wasn't I not looking for? Oh, look, so who's brought the massive ship along? I was looking for. Don't think there is here, is there? I can't see a ground vehicle. Can't see a ground vehicle pad. I can see some solar panels, which, at least I assume they're solar panels. Seems a bit optimistic for this planet, to be honest. Yeah, I don't see any ground vehicles. That's not a problem. Okay, so I like the way the weather comes and goes as well. That's a nice thing. As someone else has brought Constellation Phoenix along. That's quite cool. So there isn't a Platinum Bay here, so that's okay. But it is. How are you managing to walk around without a helmet on? Surely you should be dead. He's either being very stoic. Oh, you can breathe here, can you? What, even in minus? So there's actually. So what? I can actually take my helmet off. Look, I'm actually frozen solid, so I'm surprised at that. Okay, so what happens? Is it just like really cold. Yeah, I mean, minus 69. Nobody wants to be out in minus 69. You just freeze to death within a few minutes. Okay, so I think she'll. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. A moon with a breathable atmosphere is quite a cool thing. Now, as I understand it, so lore-wise, Microtech and presumably the moons here are. My nose froze up at minus 15, minus 90. What's going to minus 90 is pretty extreme. The coldest I've been. Oh, look, the low gravity as well. That's quite good, isn't it? Oh, you can check the mobility of the atmosphere. Of course you can. Yes, let's just do that. Okay, so the atmospheric pressure is 0.8, and it's 99% O2 with a little bit of water. So that's quite interesting atmospherics. Okay, let's check out some rocks. So I was going to say your lungs. Surely the insides of your lungs would freeze pretty. The coldest I've ever been out in is minus 20 Celsius. That is. I think anybody's still using Fahrenheit. Look at these rocks; they are amazing close up. And look, I can even wipe. Is it X to wipe your visor? That looks amazing. I just want to do some geology at this point. Look at that. There's like almost, I don't know what that is. It's just, where's my science scanner? That's, I mean, look, that rock looks insanely interesting. I mean, it could be at that temperature. That could be ice, of course. That looks really good. Two totally different types of rock here, which is amazing. They've done really well in the way things look in star systems. Look at that sheen that's got in the sun. I don't know if it's too dark to be waterized, so it must be something else. It's just nice. It looks exciting. Want to get back to your ship? Jump in my 325. Where's the 325? Oh, now the weather's getting really bad. I'm almost there, so I'll walk back. It's currently being blown. Yeah, it's pretty windy. Well, it's interesting that the ships are being blown around, and yet the people walking around here, we're not. We seem to be quite securely anchored to the surface. Maybe we've got some super duper boots or something. But okay, so going back to the lore here, as I understand it, Microtech was terraformed. Doesn't those spaceships, don't they look great flying around? You'll notice the character leaning to the wind, will I? Oh yeah, look, she's kind of. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, she's sort of leaning. She's staggering into the wind, isn't she? So is that? Do you have a separate seat? Mount passenger seat. Oh, go on. There we go. Look at that. Oh, I'm sitting the wrong way around. Is that right? Is that like a? That's quite cool. Take me on the tour. Okay, so sounds like we've got some sort of shield. Characters have also sometimes raised an arm due to high winds or extreme temperatures. We used to have mag boots, but they went away. I guess the suction stuck. That's rear facing. That's quite cool, isn't it? They've got some lovely little machines in here. So anyway, so while I get a nice tour of the locale. So yeah, so lore-wise, so Microtech, it was terraformed, but the terraforming went wrong or something, or it's not finished, or it's not effective. Because if what was Microtech like? I suppose is my question before the terraforming begun. Oh, there's a cutlass. Oh, those filthy Drake pirates. Isn't it great just flying around? It looks like a it looks like a stormtrooper as well. So completely okay. So being so far from the sun, extremely cold. Okay, so it was like totally frozen. So there was an error with the terraforming that resulted in an extremely low than expected temperature. So was it utterly frozen, i.e. even colder than it is now? And the terraforming hasn't been as effective, because you'd have thought if you could raise the temperature a bit, you could raise the temperature a lot, right? I mean, all you need to really do is stick a whole load of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. I mean, I know that's a big deal, but I mean, we're doing it here on Earth in a completely uncontrolled experiment. So why can't we do it on Microtech? Okay, so I mean, so Microtech was a barren planet and was supposed to be a temperate paradise. It ended up cooling too much and ended up as a nice one. So okay, so what was it before it was terraformed though? So that's the UAE government messed it up and made it too cold. Okay, so was it basically they were able to stop it at conditions similar to the early interglacial period? Okay, so was it warmer but inhospitable, i.e. didn't have the right atmosphere? I'm just curious to what they did. What went wrong? Okay, too many clouds. The states of planets before terraforming is not well explained in the law. Okay, so that's interesting. Terraforming gone wrong is a theme in stuff. Well, I mean, it must be quite a hard thing to do. You know, I mean, I haven't done any personally. The upside was it made it perfect for Microtech, the company, because low temperatures are great for cooling computer servers that they use in research and development. Okay. Be wary it was not habitable before, that is for sure. Okay, that's good to know. Be wary in 3.17 if you're planning on visiting the river. There's a rumour of a psycho killer by the name of Greasy Khaleesi. Greasy Khaleesi. Now there's an image. Hunting dead, he'll make his river his first fishing ground. Okay. Microtech wasn't cold before the terraforming. I don't know what it was before. It's never been mentioned. All it said in law is that the 3 terrestrial planets required minimal terraforming. Okay. Okay, right. So I think we're heading back to my ship now, which is cool. I hadn't realised these things had this passenger rides. That's very cool, isn't it? So can they get dropped off? And this collaborative. Okay, can I just hop on the back of your bike, please? Is excellent. I love the way that we can hop in and out of each other's vehicles. There we go. Look, I'm being taken right to the door, which is perfect. There we go. Right, let me get on. Ooh, and let me just clean the old windshield there, which is not working. Oh, yes, it is. There we go. Get back on the ship. Okay, so let's get back aboard, and we will continue our talk. Okay, so this moon, Calliope, did I get that right? So are the moons terraformed, or are the moons just as they are? So there's a question, because the fact that this place has a breathable atmosphere surely would be quite attractive. I only had 6 minutes survival left. So that's good. We're okay now. Yes, I suppose I should really keep an eye on things like that, shouldn't I? It's not like I'm out in space or anything. So Microtech is now using the coal to cool their electronic manufacturing, which kind of makes sense if they're doing a whole stack load of thing. Look, nose to nose with another ship. Excellent. I do like the weather. I think the weather effects are really, really good, and they actually have an effect on the ships as well, which is even better. Okay, right, engines are on. Here we go. Let's go up gently. Put the gear up, and everything disappears into the fog. Okay, and the Fair Chance Act doesn't protect life. Okay, so the Fair Chance Act, is that a sort of non-interference directive, kind of? I need to read some more of this stuff over time. Right, let's get ourselves out of the atmosphere. Head towards the star a little bit. And then we can see Microtech in the distance, which is quite cool. Art Guy Joey, yay, I made it to a live stream. So on one hand, I think the cold means they're doing some interesting semiconductor stuff. Yeah, so if you cool things down to those sort of temperatures, then maybe you can, like you say, you can get semiconductors, and that's quite a useful thing. And I wonder how ancient semiconductor would be in Star Citizen. Well, semiconductors are now, aren't they? We did kind of do that already. Do they need them in Star Citizen? So that was quite interesting. So the Fair Chance is sort of prime directive issues. There's a law that prevents the government and humans from touching developed sapient life, but it's rather loosely enforced, which kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Because you can always have these. Well, there's actually mountains down there. I love the fact that you spot interesting bits of terrain from the air like that. Those look really nice, don't they? And the cloud bands there. It's very, very watchable, just from a kind of sci-fi game perspective. I mean, and I know these planets are moons. Somebody said they're 1/3, 1/6, 1/10 of actual scale, but that doesn't really matter, does it? Because I mean, they look fabulous. Look at that mountain range. And I've flown across mountain ranges from aircraft, and obviously not from this altitude, because I'd be dead. But they kind of do look like that. That's that's what mountain ranges do look like from altitude. So it's very effective. Right, let's go to Clio. Named after another ancient Greek muse of history, to supposedly remind those gazing upon the moon from Microtech to remember that their work stands on those who came before them. Okay. Set route, there we go. Right, let's engage. Quantum drive is on. I'm impressed this game runs so well on the 1070. So yeah, so I have to say, I really have no complaints at all about the performance of this game, really. There's not been, and bear in mind I'm streaming at the same time and I'm recording to disk, okay, so I can upload to YouTube. Oh, now weird green stuff is happening. Oh, that was something to do with alien ships, wasn't it? I think somebody mentioned that last week. I've had no performance issues really with this game at all. It's been very, very consistent, very playable. Not perfect, but nice. Ooh, came out quite close to somebody else's ship there. Not perfect performance, but very, very good. Now this looks like a very pretty place. Oh, I like the look of this. Okay, let's just shut the engines down a little bit so we're not going like stupidly fast. So yeah, so I'm been very pleasantly surprised by the performance of this game, and fair play to the Star Citizen community actually for giving me some quite. Is that a C? Sorry, we need to try and stay on topic. Is that those of you who know me, it's like squirrel moments crop up. It's like, oh, that's a C, isn't it? That looks amazing. And the fact that we can go down to the surface and explore, that's like, look at that. There's icy landlocked. That looks like a proper sci-fi planet, doesn't it? That looks amazing. Mountains, like plains, and some low hills, and then like a cove, like a big kind of. Oh, that just looks insanely good. Okay, I think. Okay, so the Rivari McGrath Research Outpost is kind of in that direction. I just like the look of that so much. That just looks insanely good. So anyway, sorry. So, right, let me just thrust towards there for the moment. So we're kind of heading in the right direction while I'm chatting away. Because I just want to kind of fly towards it a little bit. That just looks brilliantly good. And everybody else can amuse themselves by flying in front of the camera. Right, so yeah, so performance-wise, this game really. I mean, I was very sceptical when I first started thinking about playing it, because everybody, mostly Elite Dangerous players, to be fair, had told me, there's no way you'll be able to run Star Citizen because you've only got a crappy PC. But yeah, fortunately, obviously CIG gives you free fly events, don't they? So I was able to try the game out. I logged into the free fly event, and surprise, surprise, it was kind of okay. And I started in Horizon, which was I didn't realise at the time, but that was the worst. It was the worst place to start with frame rates that I could possibly have chosen. And even there, it was okay. And what this game does do, okay, the performance isn't necessarily always the best because it's complicated and there's lots of graphics and stuff, but it is consistent. Okay, if you start off with an FPS, it stays there, right? Okay, so even if the FPS isn't great, it's consistently at that point. It doesn't degrade. It doesn't suddenly lag. It doesn't suddenly jump. Hardly ever at all. And then when the few people in the Star Citizen community noticed I was playing the game, they basically all chipped in and told me, you know, what to tweak and what settings to use, and, you know, gave me some particularly good advice. The two big things that made a lot of difference on my PC were get yourself a fast SSD, which I did, and get yourself 32 gigabytes of RAM rather than 16, which is what I had at the end of last year. And those two upgrades on their own have made the game utterly playable. To be honest, I don't even know what the FPS is, but it's not at the point where I feel like I have to measure it, because the game's playing fine. So, you know, it's totally playable. Everything moves around nice and smoothly. I mean, if I, you know, look, as it's fine. You know, and I'm streaming the game at the same time, and like I say, I'm recording to disc as well, and everything is good. I really want to go and fly over to the oceans and then maybe check out the mountains and stuff, just to sort of see what this place looks like. It's just really pretty. I don't know what kind of atmosphere we got down there. I'm guessing that's not breathable, but we'll find out when we get down there. Yeah, very, very playable. So, yeah, any FPS improvements that they do make are very welcome. But on my middle spec PC, and it really isn't all that super duper my spec PC. It's an i7-8700. Like I say, somebody's already mentioned GTX 1070. I frame cap it at. Oh, look, we've even got entry effects coming in. Look, we're hitting the atmosphere. Look at that. That look amazing. That looks insanely good. We are now skipping on the outermost parts of the atmosphere. Look at the terrain coming up. It's just, oh, it's just so good. Look behind. Oh, I can see all the other ships coming in at the same time. Awesome. Okay, that intro effect didn't last very long actually this time around. Sometimes it's bigger than that. Maybe I've slowed down enough. Look at that mountain range over there. So I'm going to let's go over there. That did look pretty though, didn't it? Is that a frozen ocean down there? I suppose it could be, couldn't it? That does look really pretty. Or is that just waves that are slowly moving? It's very, very pretty. It is waves. Wow. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Look at those. This looks like something out of Lord of the Rings, this place, doesn't it? It's a thinnish acidic atmosphere. I can see the shoreline there, so I'm going to let's back down to the shoreline. Just drop the speed. There we go. We're dropping into the thicker atmosphere now. Oh yeah, look at the water. That looks insanely good. Okay, let's just keep the speed at a sensible. Don't want to hit the ground. Wow, it's even got a coastline. It is. That looks amazing, actually, from the air. I know there are some. Yeah, we can just fly along the coastline here. And there are some. The atmosphere is a bit thicker actually at ground level than it is from obviously slightly higher up. That does look good though, doesn't it? And I can see some mountains in the background there. So I want to find a picturesque spot where I can have the mountains in the background and the sea on the other side. It's just imagine all the alien life forms. Yeah, crinkly fields, says DJ Scrooby. Maybe we'll find a signature in the fields. Oh, look at that! There are the mountains. I've drifted away from the sea, so let's get back over there. I like the craters as well. Need to explore one of those. There's the sea. So and there's the mountains in the background. That looks really good. All we need now is a sort of flat, safe space where we can all land. I'm assuming the sea is dangerous. Yeah, so this sort of exploration of stuff is just, oh, like that looks pretty good over there. It's yeah, that looks like a nice. Oh, and the sun's in the background and everything. Right, I'm going to see if I can land. Actually, it doesn't look quite so good from close up. Let's turn the quantum drive on. That looks reasonably good over there. Not entirely flat, however. Let's see. Look at the terrain here. The terrain is amazing. No, undercarriage. I'm just going to carefully go down because I'm not sure how flat that is. Oh no, not bad. There we go. We're down. Awesome. Right. Okay. Let's have a look about. Because I want to go down to the beach, obviously. A beach on an alien world. Very, very cool. Can take the bike if you like. Yes. If somebody could pick me. Oh, look, there's dunes. Look at that surface. That's amazing. And that is, if anyone's ever been to the beach, which I'm sure most of you have, that is exactly the sort of windswept pattern you would see. That looks really good. And everybody else is bringing their ships in. Okay, so the temperature here is -63, so it's not quite so bad. And look, I can actually see the sea over there, about a kilometre away. Looking at that, some mountains up over there, which we can go and explore. Go to the beach. The surf's up. Let's head for the beach. Everyone down to the beach. These worlds feel like a really good. Okay, I must admit I didn't check the atmosphere. So what we've got here, okay, the atmospheric pressure is 0.6, and it's pure nitrogen, pretty much. Okay, so that's an interesting mix as well. I like that variation in the terrain as well. It feels. Ah, here comes ZX81. I'm going to jump on the back. I'm getting a lift. Sorry, guys. Oh, you're going to let me drive it? I don't know how to drive this one. Can I drive it? Is that okay? Is he okay with that? Whoa! Ah! Why is it going so fast? Oh, it seems to be. It defaults to going full speed for some reason. I'm not sure. How do I rotate it? Ah, there we go. Oh, the cruise control's on, right, sorry. There we go. There we go, right. I nicked your bike, sorry about that. Where are you? Let me see if I can find you. And I can give you a lift on your own bike. Where are you? Oh, over there. Oh, it's a bit of a jolty experience. There we go, ZX81. Bring your bike back. There we go. So, hop on the back if you can. This is so cool, isn't it? You can just jump on, jump off. That's just brilliant. Right, let's go down to the beach. How haven't you got? Don't ride the bike onto the ocean. Okay, that's a good tip. It copes with the terrain pretty well, doesn't it? A couple of rocks appearing and disappearing there. Okay, there's a few guys have parked down here as well. Look at the state of that. That looks really nice. Is there a nice beach down at this point over here? There we go. Let's stop here and let's just walk the last little bit. Thank you for the bike there, ZX81. That was very cool. Okay, and the shadows look good. Doesn't the sea look nice? This McFly! Those boards don't work on water. You haven't got the power! Is that right? Something like that. Okay, so literally we can go down to the edge of the beach. Oh, it's even got some surf right at the edge. That's nice. literally standing on an alien beach. That is very cool. That is amazing, really, isn't it? Oh, there's even surf. You can hear it. Yeah, this moon isn't covered in junk, is it? You can even hear the surf. All that is like I need an ice cream now, a deck chair and a towel. That is very nice. And a little bit of atmospherics around. Definitely gives you the sense that this is a real place, doesn't it? I love the shadows being cast. It's very good at shadows here as well, with the, you know, the glare as you step into the sun like that. That's very nice as well. Be careful that you don't go into the water though. Is the water dangerous? Okay, in 3.17 you can walk into the water. I wonder if we'll see Microtech's oceans unfreezing, because some parts of Microtech are temperate, aren't they? That's interesting. Okay, so that's really nice. ZX81, can we jump aboard your bike and just head a little bit inland then towards the mountains? I'd quite like to see the interior of some of those sort of things. They're I'll wait till he catches up. There we go. Look at that. And there's little dust as he walks in. This little attention to detail. That's really good. There we go. We're ready. Right. We're going to head inland a little bit. Let's just have a explore around up there. Oh, hang on. Let's turn the engines on. That cruise control. Need that switched off. It's very dangerous. Makes an interesting sound. I don't think I've got my key bindings very well mapped. I seem to have either full throttle or no throttle, which is kind of okay, but things do move quite fast. You see what I mean about the frame rate though? I mean, there isn't any frame rate issues. It's fine. It's really quite fast. I don't know how it looks to you guys on the stream, but I have literally no complaints with the frame rates at all. Look at that cliff over there. Let's just go and investigate that. That looks really good. The way that is sort of tilted like that. And you can stand at the bottom of a. Let's just go down there. Look at that. That looks really nice. It just looks so alien and so otherworldly, I suppose. It looks great. Really looks nice. I like the different layers of the terrain, and it all works really nicely. That is pretty. Let's go up onto to watch my survival lesson. I've got 24 minutes of survival. Everyone else has brought their bikes as well. I might need to get myself a bike because it is fun. Look at this canyon. This is like, you can imagine sort of trying to find some half lost civilization or outpost out here. Whoa. Okay, be careful the angles you cut. Oh, it's not so forgiving with rocks. Oops. No, I've managed to. Hope I haven't damaged 681's bike there. Let's just try and get out of that rock field a little bit. I just wanted to catch one of those, because the train's really rising here, isn't it? It's so nice to explore the terrain. It really feels like there might just be something really interesting over the next ridge, which just keeps you driving, which is kind of the basis of exploration, isn't it? Apart from these rocks are a bit thick here. So the train is. Oh, you can change your riding height using space and control, can you? Oh, I can go up a bit. Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, that is useful. So, okay, that's a nice thing. Okay, so we're actually into the. We're kind of into the. Oh no, you can see somebody's ship lighting up the ground there. That does look insanely good, doesn't it? and you can see where we come from. Okay, so I want to fly through those mountains with the ship, I think, because that's going to be the better way to do that. Let's head back down there. There were some... Oh, you are a bit slower up at high speed, aren't you? Okay, well, that's quite cool. That allows you to kind of reconnaissance thing. And you can go down low for high speed. Okay, well, that's quite nice. There was a nice crater over there. I just wanted to have a look at that. There we go, straight ahead. The sounds that come in, it's... There we go, there's the crater. Here's the crater rim. Okay, so let's just part. I just wanted to have a look at the interior of this crater. It looks quite interesting from the outside. So it's got sort of ramparts and walls in here, so it's quite nicely done. There we go, let's just have a look around there. So the crater is done well. I love the shadows. The shadows look really nice. It's just really effective. And look, there's Microtech in the background. That's very cool as well. Right, to the ships. Let's go and fly through those mountains, because that's... Where is my ship, by the way? It's over there. Thank you very much for the loan of your bike there, ZX81. And just little things like the fact that, you know, we can lend our vehicles to each other, you know, by cooperative gameplay is just so good. There doesn't need to be anything particular to actually do. We can just kind of hang out together, which is, I mean, I do a lot of that with my mates in real cars, right? We just hang out somewhere because, well, why not? And it's, yeah, particularly if your friends are not in the same locale as you because of, you know, geography, you can hang out with your friends online and play around with each other's, you know, virtual cars and stuff. It's very neat. Right, so I'm going to take off again. Let's just fly around. I'm quite keen to have a look at those mountains from the ship. Can't wait for the Star Citizen lore tour. So yeah, so that's the thing that I will definitely need to keep working on. Once I get enough knowledge, really, because I need to, you know, I need to keep sponging in all the background information, because there's so much to talk about. Just in terms of visual observation here. Right, so nobody crash into me this time, all right? Because that was bad. Here we go. All the ships. Let's take a flight through. I'll keep the... Is the VTOL on? No, it's not. Let's keep the VTOL on. There we are. Let's take a not too fast flight through these mountains, because they just look insanely good. Let's go into the external view and look at that. I mean, it just looks amazing. The places look so different to each other as well. It's just really nice. Look at those mountains in the background. Okay, there's a little bit of texture pop. I'll forgive it that, because that's a hard thing to do. Just looks really... I love this ship as well. It's such a pretty ship. Somebody clipped the nose of my ship. Ow. I've got a feeling I've just damaged the bottom of my ship. Oh, it got hopped there. Do you see that? Is that damage simulation? I don't know if that was damage. Okay. Don't stop blowing holes in my ship. Oh, there we go. We come out of the edge of the mountain range there, across the sort of plain. Doesn't that look spectacular? It just looks insanely good. The terrain here looks so natural, as if it's it's kind of supposed to be there. Engine's still attached, so it's still all good. So when I get a damage port inside the ship, there's nothing outrageously bad showing there. Let's just fly along to that next mountain range, because why not? It's a paint scratch. More craters. I like the craters, they look good as well. And you can, like I say, with each other we can do formation flying. There you go, you guys kind of hanging around at the back. Formation flying. It's nice, isn't it? It's just, it works. The multiplayer in this game has never really thrown any wobblies. Okay, so there's a nice valley over there. I'm gonna fly through that valley over there, because that just looks nice. I say the terrain generation in this. Look, there's a rill there. Look at that. There's all sorts of interesting features which you can see from the air. Which for a space game is desperately important. One of the things that I really didn't like about the new terrain generation in Elite Dangerous is that you could see something that looked superficially interesting from high up, but as you got close to it, it sort of dissolved away, and there wasn't actually anything on the ground. Whereas here, if you see something in the distance, it just gets more interesting the closer you get to it. Look at the, there's a crater there in the middle of the valley. It just looks really nice. And that's important. If you're going to have terrain generation on a world, you need it to work so that if you spot something from orbit and you go, what the hell's that? That when you get down there, it's still there. And you can go, oh, okay, so it was a shadow, or it was a it was a valley, or it was some sort of strange ridge or something. All that sort of stuff. If you just like tootling around exploring things, is really important. That I think the right word is verisimilitude. It's an excellent word. Allows you to go off and check things out. This looks like a massive crater here. I think it is, isn't it? With its sort of edges, and then craters within craters. Yeah. So that's interesting. Now what I want to do there, because I've seen that from the ground, let's go straight up here. I'm going to do a vertical climb, because I want to see that from higher up, looking down on it, to see what that actually looks like from altitude. Was that actually a crater? It is, isn't it? Look at that. The way they've done, look at that terrain there. There's a massive crater which is old. Okay, so again, the astrophysicist in me is getting really excited by this terrain, because what you can see there is a really ancient, massive impact crater. Okay, with a lot of its walls destroyed, with smaller impact craters layered on top of it. And somehow those mountains have pushed through the terrain since the craters have come. So you've got an old, I'm getting very nerdy here, but a really ancient surface, okay, that hasn't changed much in God knows how many billions of years because of all the craters. But there is some geological activity going on, because there are some mountains that have pushed through the ground. So what's going on? Somebody's thought about it, which is just like, that's insanely good. It looks like a real surface where there's actually some history to the geology. It's just really good. I love just as we move that around there. Look at that. Craters within craters is exactly what you'd expect to see on the moon. Okay, this is really important stuff for space exploration and having fun in space with a space game. Is that what we're seeing here is actually the sort of stuff that we'd probably expect to see out there. It looks like a real alien surface, and that to me, and that's just really good. It's like this is a proper space game. Because I just want to do some science. I just want to go down there and science the hell out of that surface, because that looks amazing. What is it? What's causing the mountains to create themselves? Because those mountains look relatively young. Okay, so here's a cratered surface, which is ancient, and yet there are some mountain ranges which look sharp and they're high relief. So what weird space geology is going on there to make mountain ranges on a planet like this? I don't know. I want to know. That just looks really, really good. That surface is this particular surface from a kind of space sciencey sort of thing is particularly impressive, because there's all sorts of stuff happening down there. Young mountains on an ancient surface. Why? What's happened? And I love the fact that the craters have craters on top of themselves, and we can see sunk craters there and flooded. That's just brilliant. This is a really, really nice moon. Okay, this particular moon is one of the most impressive landscapes I think I've seen in the game. They consulted. Okay, so Leslie Graham says they consulted with some actual astrophysics and planetary geology folks, if I recall. You can, and if that's true, you can really see the return on investment there, because that's just screaming for some science analysis. Okay. Microtech's moons are some of the newest examples of star system. Okay, so this is some of the best stuff we're seeing, and it looks absolutely fabulous. I mean, that does look like a proper alien landscape, which is a hard thing to do. Okay, it's a really hard thing to do. I'm seriously impressed by this moon. I really, really like this moon. So this is, which one is this? This is Cleo, isn't it? Is it Cleo that we're at? I forgot where we're at. Yeah, we're here, aren't we? Cleo. Okay, so that is very, very good. Okay, I'm very genuinely, seriously impressed by that. That just looks like a proper alien landscape, which just is spectacularly good. Okay, so let's go and see the other. This is good. This is good. Could it be that the moon was in another orbit before and has captured tidal water? So what I want to do is what I really want to do in this game at this point is I want to fly down to the surface and put in a probe. I want to drill a probe into the ground to find out what the hell that's made of. Wouldn't it be great if we could stick a probe in this ancient cratered area here and get some readings, right? And it would tell us that maybe that the ground is made of, I don't know, basalt or granite or something. And then if we stick a probe up in the mountains, and maybe we can't land our ship in the mountains because the terrain's too harsh, but we could, we could take the Ursas or something, or the bikes up there and plant a probe up there. And it's actually, those mountains are made of water ice, because they are. And it's like, we've done some geology. That would be really, really cool. I'd so love to be able to do some actual kind of proper science. That would be really, really good. So yes, now Utope, let's go there. And I must catch up with some of the demo videos as well, so that would be a good thing. Let's go to Utope and see what that looks like, because these moons I've been very impressed by. They look really nice. It doesn't look like Utope all that far away, so let's go there. Did that work? Or do I need to get away from the planet a little bit? Let's get our ship moving. Where is... Oh, they pronounce it Utope. Okay, Utope. I'll try and get that right. Pronunciations are an interesting thing. It looks like the planet, or the moon Utope, is actually below the horizon from this perspective. So I'm going to have to guess. Go to OM1 or something. If I can find. So let's cancel the route. Can I find a... Are there any OM markers here? What's that in orbit up there? That's a comma ray. Not sure if I want that. Emphasis is on the second syllable. So Utope is how they pronounce it. Okay, Let's just go in that direction a little bit. I'm looking forward to trying the river when it arrives kind of in the main game. I'm not sure if that was the right direction there. Am I now far enough away to be able to get to get the thingy to actually do the thing? There we go. There's I'm still learning this navigation is quite tricky. I'm slowly getting the hang of it. Right, let's go to the other moon, which is a bit further out. Okay, so what does this place look like? Okay, again, interesting already from atmosphere. So looks a bit more desolate. Okay, so I'm going to throttle forward. I like doing the atmospheric entries actually, just to sort of see how the terrain unravels as you get close. I mean, I know it's not the fastest way into the the surface. Why is that? Stop. I want it set like that. That looks nice. Leave it alone, computer. Because this looks like a good alien planet. So this looks like it's frozen, which I'm guessing may well be the case. It looks very icy, this particular moon. The reason I like Star Citizen is how random things are. You can be on your own doing scientific exploration on the ground, but out of some large organisation having all that war around and above you. Yeah, it's quite nice to have that whole kind of space opera and instability of the environment. You know, you've got to be a bit careful if you're doing explosion, because there might be some some bad stuff happening around. And the nice thing is you can manually fly down from orbit like this. It doesn't take an outrageously long amount of time. It's probably way quicker than it would be in real life. You know, I mean, it's difficult to gauge the capabilities of these ships if they did exist in real life, but you know, it's slow enough that it gives you a sense of getting there. Oh look, Space Tea has arrived, just as we're on an alien moon.
Excellent. We need tea on an alien moon.
You definitely need tea on an alien moon. Thank you very much, my dear. Oh, my spaceship is drifting. So, but yeah, you can fly down from orbit in a lengthy but not too long period of time. They've timed it really rather well, you know. So I feel like I'm slowly approaching the planet, you know, and I've got a chance to kind of get a feel for it as I'm going down. But you know, I'm closing on it in an amount of gameplay time that isn't too outrageous. So it's well paced here, that the planet, you know, you quantum drive to the locale, and then you can actually fly down. If you want to get down quick and go to a particular POI, you can, but the ability to fly down seamlessly, manually like this, is really nice. Because as an explorer, you know, I want to get a feel for the terrain I'm going to land on from space. I want to, you know, okay, so what is this planet like? Is it a hellhole? Is it nice? Are there any interesting features visible from orbit? You know, I want to do all that sort of stuff because it's interesting. And so, you know, I'm looking at this thinking, okay, well, this surface again, or this one looks way younger. This planet looks like it's, you know, much more geologically youthful. I can't see any craters at all. All I can see is kind of jagged terrain, maybe some slightly submerged you know, craters perhaps, but the surface looks geologically young. So okay, what's going on here? Is it just ice down there? Different types of ice, and some of the ice, look, I can see some of the ice is shiny. And again, what's nice here is as I approach it, it's increasing in detail. Okay, so that whole, you know, this is a big challenge in space games, is the level of detail, right? So you have a texture that is the far off texture, and then as you get closer, loads of different texture. Here goes the atmospheric entry. Look at this. This is like insanely good. Okay, we're actually, you know, we're hitting the atmosphere. It's exactly what should be happening in a space game. We're hitting the atmosphere and slowing down. Okay, so let's throttle back. So we're approaching this mountain range here. That's obviously a warning that you're getting close to. Okay, so now I can see there are craters down here. Okay, so that's good. There are some craters, but not very big ones. Okay, and there's ice in the crater. Look at that surface. That looks amazing. Are we going to be able to land on the ice itself? Question mark. Okay. Is there any, you know, we haven't seen run. I mean, that's the first question you might ask is, you know, could there be running water? It looks too cold from up here. So it's. Am I going to watch the ISC on the live stream? I will definitely try and I will definitely try and get that. To go. Oh, there's mist showing up now. Look at this. It subtly loads in the atmospherics. We should go to the ice. Okay, let's see if we can land on the ice. That looks like a reasonably flat, clear plane kind of ahead of. But the way, you know, this whole level of duty, not level of duty, level of detail, LOD loading. Okay, so we saw this interesting icy place from orbit, way off. Okay, and as we fly down towards the surface of the planet, we get more. Okay, it's worth going to visit an interesting place that you spot from orbit. Okay. You can fly down, you get more. It's rewarding you as an explorer. Okay, look at that tiny patch of ice we can see from like 20,000 kilometers away. And then as we get closer to the surface, we're getting more and more content. Look, we're getting mist rising up, and you know, the terrain is getting, actually it looks much more treacherous now we're getting close to it than it did when we were on the, you know, on the approach. So you know, it's. And look, the weather is actually now a thing that we have to worry about. So let's get the undercarriage down. Let's see if we can make a landing down here and see what it's actually like on the surface. Okay, so I can actually see some sort of dune. I think the way it handles its transitions between orbit space and the surface is nothing short of spectacular. It's the best I've seen on any kind of space game. You know, we get mist and all sorts of stuff floating around there. It almost looks like we're landing in a blizzard now. Okay, so there we go, we're down. And it really rewards, the game really rewards that sense of exploration. Let's just go and check that thing out. Because it looks good from space. And as you approach it, it gives you stuff, you know, that makes it worthwhile going to explore because there's more detail. Yeah, exactly that, detail and hard work without shortcuts. So you don't get just like, here's the distant texture, here's the mid-range texture, here's the close-up texture, and you don't get that. One thing I really hate is you don't get that. There's some interesting stuff. Oh, look, from orbit, and then as you get close to it, it sort of just dissolves away, and then at the medium resolution, it's no longer there. And when you get onto the ground, the object that you saw from space just doesn't exist. Actually, the weather down here is horrible. There's a stealth bomber on my right. Oh, there is, isn't it? Look at that. Okay, so actually up here in the mountains, the weather is pretty atrocious. It's actually sort of raining on us. And it's freezing cold, so it doesn't. That's quite interesting because, you know, the weather effects, we could see those as we were coming into land, but it's. Oh, there you go. Look, now it clears up. Okay, so that is a nice effect. We can, you know, the weather. We can see weather actually happening. Here comes the weather again. You know, it's blowing around and causing. You can hear the wind rising and falling, which is amazing, really. And so here we are on the surface. So what's this planet like? So what we've got here is, we're very lucky that there's pressure on these moons, 0.7 of an atmosphere. This one's breathable as well. Okay, so O2 at 0.7, is that breathable? It's like minus 100. That's probably not a great idea. Is anybody going to brave it to take their helmet off? Has anybody done that? don't think it should be me to do it first. Otherwise I might die. The water droplets on the visor change with the wind. Yeah, they do, don't they? So it's little bits of attention to detail like that. Think you can climb that large mountain ahead with the speeder? I mean, it's worth a try, isn't it? Shall we try that? Let's see if we can get to the top of that mountain. Maybe we can. Let's give it a whirl. See, that's the thing. Yeah, and you can wipe your. Yeah, that's just so immersive, isn't it? Let's jump in there. What could go wrong? Yeah, somebody took the helmet. It's breathable, but the temperature is so low. 0.7 of Earth atmosphere isn't actually breathable. Though it's less dense than on Everest. You sure wouldn't die immediately. It's not sustainable. Be very careful with the dragonfly. A sharp angle of attack. A sharp angle is an immediate death. Okay, we'll bear that in mind. Let's. Are we all aboard, by the way? Is anybody else coming? Somebody jump aboard. Everyone else is too scared, I think. Yeah, okay, so hold your space bar to hover. Is anybody. Is this the X81's ship, isn't it? Nobody wants to risk it. Right, well, let's switch the engine on. Let's go. So I'm going to fly a little bit higher. Oh, I switched it off. There we go. Nah, clunk. I've got the thingy on. The cruise control. Oh, sorry, whoever ship that was. Hope I didn't dent it. Right, so let's go a bit higher. There we go. Right. Oh, look at the weather. It's insanely bad weather. Don't smash my ship. Sorry about that. Right, let's do this quickly. Can we get up to the top? Look at the weather. It's just insanely bad up here. Here we go. I'm going to see if I can get. Look at the. Oh, it's just like proper snowballs. Look at the weather. That is really. The weather effects in this game are very good. I think the bike doesn't really like going up this steep slope, but it's just about managing it. Oh no, it's gone clear at the top. There we go. I'm at the top of the ridge. That'll probably do, I think. I can turn it around, look back down at you guys. There we go. I'm going to park it there. Jump off for a moment. Walk to the edge. Yeah, can you... Look at the view. Can you see me? Look at the view though. That's insane. That is a beautiful view. Look, there are all the ships down there as well. That looks really good. And look at the vista that I can actually see from the top of this mountain range. It's just there is a little bit of this scattered hovering debris, isn't there? That's a bit annoying. There we go. A few people have brought their ships up here. It's amazingly good, isn't it? And yeah, so a few flying rocks, which is a bit of a shame. Very No Man's Sky flying rocks. But it is seriously impressive. And there's some different sort of terrain up here. I wonder if we can get even higher up. So let's get back on the bike. Let's see if we can go a little bit higher up the mountain. Oh, there we go. Let's move the T, because, you know, space T. I'm going to see if I can go a little bit higher up. Let's put the height on maximum for this thing. See if we can. How high up this mountain can we actually get by flying along the ridge? Why is Drew's ship bouncing? I don't know. What are you doing to my ship? Okay, so whoa. Okay, so that looks to be about the highest point of this particular mountain. Let's just park the bike here for a moment because the weather's just. I love the way the weather comes and goes. That's interesting to me. Yeah, you're in the mountains, so there we are. I'm actually literally at the top of this mountain, and now the weather's really bad. It's a Mercedes ship. It's porpoising, yes. What's the red light? Is that the illumination by one of the? Oh, power down the bike. Okay. Is that the red? Is that red light caused by one of the ship's lights? I was just hoping that the weather might clear in a moment, so we can, all I can see is wind noise. Oh, less than 8 minutes. Yes, I better be careful. I was hoping that the weather might clear for a moment and we'd be able to see the view. Come on, game. Just give us a break in the weather, because I'm going to have to go back down. Oh, the wind's dropping. The wind's dropping. No, it's not. The space tea will get frozen. Yeah, that mountain over there does look nice. There we go. It's clearing a little bit. Okay, so I can see the view. That does look insanely good, though, doesn't it? I think I better start heading back to give myself a safety margin. Because I haven't got a kind of heavy duty seat. Oh, hang on. Looks like why can't I get on board? There we are. Oops. Ah! Oops. Up and there, I've died again. What happened there? Did I catch the edge of the bike on the ship? Well, we always get to about this point in the game, don't we? About an hour and a half in, and boom. No! I hit the 325. Oops. I hope the 325 was okay. Right, I'm in my fancy gown again. Well, too many ships hugging too tightly here. So if you don't die every play season in Star Citizen, you're doing it wrong. We've got to kind of push the party member Sad Universe committed grievously bodily harm. I don't think it was his fault, to be honest. Oh, now I've got that stuck mouse bug. So, there was a way out of this. I can't get back out of the. I can't get out. Tab. No, the mouse seems to kind of get locked in the middle here. This is a weird, weird effect. Press F4 2 times. If I can alt tab back to the game. Ah, okay. That was good. That worked. Brilliant. Okay, thank you for that. Maybe if we just get out of the door here. Thanks for that tip. That was useful. Okay, so. Right. Let's try that again. Okay. Don't think we need the very attractive medical gown. Okay, so Top Shot could go and pick me up. Can you pick where am I? Is the first question. I'm in Mick 1. Could you Top Shot? Could you grab my ship? Let's see if this works. Could you grab my ship and bring it over to me? Let's see if that will work. That would be great, Top Shot. Thank you very much. Then I don't have to claim it, do I? So presumably here on the space station, could you? Oh, look, yes, because look, I can see it over there. So if I hang around here, then having been newly reborn Okay, can Top Shot bring my ship back to me from the surface where I died, and maybe hover it outside the window just so I can check it out? That would let's see if that will work. Okay, I'm just going to drink my space tea while you guys do all the hard work for the stream. It's definitely Mic 1. Yeah, so Mic 1 is where I am. So yeah, so literally that's I can see the guys coming to. Look at that. That's one thing that about this display that is good. Okay, ZX81 and Kilsin are on their way over here already, and I can see them approaching on what was effectively my head-up display inside my Mobiglass. So it's just such a good game. It's so well thought through. And I owe somebody I think I owe ZX81 a speeder bike. Apologies for that. Yeah, and noticing there the different speeds of their quantum travel. So look, here comes the HVC Starbolt, which is not running at the same sort of speed. And I can see all the other people launching up out of orbit of the moon there and heading to it. Well, that's insanely good, isn't it? Let me just see if I can just tilt away there a little bit so it's not cluttering up the screen so much. Okay, so look, there's Top Shot, Anance, P5 and Daximus in orbit there. Sad Universe is there as well. And then they'll quantum drive in a moment. There they go, look. You can see them moving. And then they're accelerating away. There's Matt. Look at that. That is very good. You can see the progress of people on the chart. That's really nice. I know it's a relative. Well, is it a simple thing? I don't know, but it's very compelling to see where your companions are, or potentially, I suppose, where. Look at Top Shot's ship. Oh, is that me, or is that my ship he's flying there? Look, it's actually quite fast, isn't it? So here he comes. He's coming into range. So let me cancel that. That's very impressive. Here comes ZX81, and I'm just standing by the windows here. Okay, so I want to see you guys turn up. So that was my ship. There's Kilsing coming in. ZX81 flying. Oh, see, that's just insanely good. The way that the game is working there. Here comes Kilsin. So you guys will have your own view on your own head up. You know, Kilson's gone past the viewer there. ZX81 is heading towards me. This is so good. I like the way it's XL1, as in Fireball XL1. ZX81 2.7 kilometers in closing. So what I assume I can do here, so if Top Shot arrives in my, there's Kilson with his ship, look at that, just hanging outside the windows. So that's amazing. ZX81 is almost in visual range. There, I can see him now. Yeah, there's the Starbolt. I love the way you can park outside the windows and wave to your mates. You know, that's a good thing. It makes sense that ZX81 would be slower. Ah, there's ZX81. Look at that. Hello. It says he's waving on his stream when he should be using the emote thing in game. And see, this is what I'm impressed by with this multiplayer. It works. It just works. There's you know, there's the Starbolt has arrived. All parking outside the window, so you can do all of these things. There's Manic coming in at the background there. The ship's parking right outside the window of the starport. That's insanely good. Okay, so Top Shot, can you bring the Connie to the window, and then when you go to get a pad, tell me which pad it's going to be at, and then I can presumably go to that pad. If that makes sense. Okay, hang on. Okay, MGL says, Drew, go to pad 1, and then Top Shot go to pad 1. Okay, so bring the Constellation to the window first. Look at this guy's looking out there going, why are all these spaceships? He's going, why are all these spaceships hanging out the window? It's NPC. Doesn't that look good? With the red lighting from one of the other ships. So there's my Constellation Phoenix. Look, Top Shot is flying my ship back to me, despite the fact that I died. Isn't that amazing though? You can do that. You can have a problem, and you can go outside EVA and board my own ship. Okay, so can I do that while it's in space without it even pad? So Top Shot doesn't even have to land then in order to. Oh, I see. That's just amazing. This whole physicalization of everything. So I could basically. Okay, so this is really wacky. Okay, this is. Your own life is lost, but at least your mates keep a copy of you. Okay, so there is my ship being flown by another player. Back, ZX81 is out there doing EVA. Okay, so Top Shot, can you bring my ship into the window? It's just really cool to be able to see my own ship being flown by somebody else through the window of a space station. It's just. It's insane, isn't it? Isn't it good? I think this approach to physicalizing everything, so individuals can be themselves inside another object, which can be carrying another object, which can be doing its own thing, is just. It's so groundbreaking. This really is, because no other game does this. You know, you can't swap vessels with somebody else. The fact that you can't treat a vessel like you can't get on somebody else's vessel because it's locked. You know, it's just a limitation of the way the game is built. Whereas in this game, you know, every time I ask you guys, hey, surely we can't do that, the answer is always yes. The answer is always yes, and it's just so powerful. It just blows my mind. It genuinely does that they can do this. Look, there is my ship flown from the surface of another planet where I literally died, and then I've been reincarnated here because they stored a copy of me, and then it's just insanely good. Right, so okay, so yeah, so much of what is groundbreaking about Star Citizen is taken for granted by you know, but this is genuinely unique. Okay, guys, this really is genuinely unique, and I have to say, you know, genuinely, stonkingly, you know, next level impressive as far as I'm concerned, because what we're going to be able to do with this as they continue to build out the universe is, you know, we can collaborate. If something goes wrong, we've got medical bays. We can fix things. We can reincarnate people. We can solve problems that the game presents us with, not by just, you know, the classic things like combat logging, or, you know, press here to get an insurance claim and you're back to, you know, your previous locale and your ship is magically recreated. Is we can solve problems in a more interesting way, because things are physicalized. Okay, I died, but my ship didn't. That's good, right? And my ship doesn't magically, you know, despawn because I died. It's a thing on its own right. Somebody else can fly it for me. That's amazing. That's really, really good. Right, okay, so what do I need to do then? Okay, so let me go to a pad, and I'm going to tell, therefore, because I want to see this work. Where are the pads? Okay, so I'm going to choose a pad at random because I want to see this. Let's see this work. Oh, those are the habs. Where are the actual? I'm lost. Oh, there they are, through here. Okay, I'm just going to literally choose a pad at random. Let's go to a big pad. Which are the biggest ones? Oh, I need a suit. Yes, good point. Yes. Did I put a suit on? Yes, I've got a suit on. Okay, so I'm good. Yeah, no, suit is on. I think I did that earlier on, so that's good. Let me go to. So what I want Top Shot to do is not to land at the pad. I don't want to. I want to. I'm just going to go to docking port 1. Can I get out of? Can I get out of the ship? Can I get out of the base at docking pad 1? Basically, what I want to do is I want to EVA out to my ship. Oh, doors are locked on those. Okay, so what's a good place just to EVA from? Is it pads or hangars? Go to pad X. Okay, so let's go to pad. What's my favourite number? Pad 4. I'm going to pad 4. Okay. So if Top Shot can find pad 4 and go not too far away from it, let's see. Can I get on board my own ship and take back control of it from Top Shot and then go and land and stuff? Will that work? Because that to me, and I'm sure the answer is yes, but the fact that you can do that and it works and the game figures out, okay, so here I am, there's nothing on pad 1, I am literally just walking out here, okay, does that, okay, freaky deaky dude, so does that also mean that if you're out exploring the deep, you'll need to buy another ship to go back and retrieve your original? Well, I suppose that's a good question, because I can, if I do an insurance claim, does it destroy the original ship? Okay, so there's ZX81. There is the base. There's the starboard. Where is Top Shot? I can't see him at the moment. I can see a lot of other ships. Top Shot, last chance to set your price for releasing Drew ship. Okay, so now the original ship stays, but it becomes marked red. Okay, so here's Top Shot. Okay, so he's flying my ship, there we go, round the back of the station here. So how do I get off the station? If I just walk off the edge, will it work? Remember that time you looted your own body? Yes, I do. I do remember that. There's my ship. Look, there's literally my ship there. Just walk off the edge. So here we go. I'm just going to literally walk off the edge, and I'm in space. Okay, let's just, there we go. So I am literally now in space off the pad. There we go. I'm just going to thrust backwards so I can kind of see. So there's me actually now in space. And you can actually see the little the thrusters in the suit, which is quite a nice little touch. Okay, so I'm now off the pad in space. There is my ship. So I'm going to thrust towards my ship, which is 200 meters away, and see if I can get back on board it. There we go. Will this work? Okay, Top Shot was bucking pad. Probably got a warning from the unfriendly. There is my ship. Am I the right way up? I think I am. See, this is an amazing... Okay, so hang on, there's the hatch. Am I upside down or not? I think I'm the right way up. So Top Shot hopefully can see me. Oh, and he's even opened the cargo bay for me. That's so good. So I can just literally aim for the pad of my ship. Oh, almost got that right. There we go. That was a bit of a stumble, but I'm here. Look, here I am on my ship, going up into the docking bay. Thank you very much, Top Shot and Anance there. Top Shot and Anance, standing duty, looking after my ship. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. You are an absolute hero of the stream. And there we go. I can now. Look at that. Isn't that insane? Isn't that absolutely insane? I can't tell you how impressed I am by that. You know, I die on the surface of the moon. Another player. I don't know where Top Shot is in the planet, on the planet. I don't want to dox him in that sense. Give me where do you live? But he's not here, right? He's not with me. He has. Wherever he is as a player, has flown my spaceship up from a moon to a space station where I have respawned at, because that's the way the game works. I'm able to see it outside the window. He's flown it around the pad. I've gone to the pad. I've stepped off into space. I've EVA'd across to my own ship. He's opened the docking bay, welcomed me in, and I'm back in the pilot's chair. I mean, that is astonishing. And I can't express how impressive that is from a game environment perspective. There's just nothing like that. You can't do that in any other space game. or any other game that I know of. Okay, that is just amazing. Yeah, and I haven't respawned. It's not a respawn requirement. I am dead. I cease to exist. Okay, I'm now a copy of myself from a previous. Yeah, the last time I saved myself, as it were, which is the way the universe works. It's totally in the game. Okay, I am now a copy of my previous self. So I'm not the same. I'm not the same character I was at the beginning of the stream. You know, clone 32 by this point. Yeah. How many times have you been cloned? Oh, I've lost count. It is. Oh, what a amazing game. I don't see how anyone can fail to be impressed by that. It's just insanely good. You know, and you know, the graphics and the fidelity are all there as well, all the ship articulation, all the interiors, all that sort of stuff. You know, it's the ambition here is. And I mean, how long have I been playing this? You know, end of last year, November, December time, so about 6 months I've been playing, and it literally takes my breath away as I start to think about the possibilities of this game. You know, the fact that was possible. There's no other game that you could do that in, that you could rescue your previous ship in that kind of way. It's yeah, and yeah, actually, there's that whole being recreated from a a clone copy. So I would have lost my memories. The guys would have to now be. I think the guys would now have to tell me. Okay, you were on the surface. Do you remember we were planning to go to that moon? Oh yeah, we were planning to do that this morning. Well, it's this afternoon now. Yeah, what happened? I'm afraid you died. But it's okay. Yeah, this is what happened. We picture your ship's outside. Okay then. You know, the psychology of the Star Citizen universe would be really, really interesting. Present. So I mean, GTA is not a game I've really played, but it doesn't exactly. You're exactly right there, Manic Kitty. You totally nailed it. It's presence. You feel you're actually here, and that is such an important thing. It doesn't feel like a video game. This is a place which exists. You know, your imagination is being enhanced by the fact that this place is, and you can completely imagine stuff happening in this universe while you're asleep, thinking, what the hell's going on since I last played the game? Because stuff could be happening, and it's persistent and it keeps going, and so on and so forth. Just really, really insane. Right, I suppose what I should genuinely land. So let's contact the ATC. So this is the test here, which I'm sure will work. Is now I'm in charge of my own ship. Presumably I can contact the space station and say, can I land? Please proceed to safe landing. I can. Okay, so they now so it works like the real universe would. There's no need for me to have to suspend disbelief because there's some sort of arbitrary game limitation, right? There isn't a limitation here, okay? What we want to do, we can do. That is insanely good. Drew, did you think any more about getting a head-eye tracking device? Somewhere I have got one, so I'm going to see if I can find it and see if I can get that to integrate with the game. So I haven't moved that forward, I'm afraid, but I will see if I can dig out. I've got. I think it's called an ED tracker. Which obviously a small play on words. I'll see if it's if it's compatible or not, and if it is, then I'll give that a go. Okay, yes, definitely food court time. So I think after all that, we definitely need a beer to celebrate my reincarnation once more. And there's the pad that I'm being told to go to. Look at that. There we go. So. I think the immersiveness and the sense of presence of this game is totally without precedent in the space game genre. Anyway, I mean, it's just brilliant. I can't imagine. You know, every time I think, oh, maybe they could do this, maybe I could do that. I just think, and the next time I play the game, they've done it effectively. You know, the thing that I go, I wonder if they could do that. Is my landing gear not down? It's not, is it? There we go. That's probably a good idea, isn't it? Let's put the landing gear down. I'm so impressed I can't fly. There we go. Am I down now? I think we're good. Here we are. Right. Excellent. Right. Wasn't letting me out of my. Come on. Don't shoot the. There we go. For some reason, it wasn't letting me out of the seat. Yeah, I haven't tried the FOIP or FOIP, whatever that's called. Everyone else has got a cape. I need to get myself a cape. There we go. Down we go, guys. Yeah, the head tracking would be fun. Right, is everybody off? Is everybody off the ramp? Excellent. Let's put the ship away. And then everyone can just go. No capes. It feels like you're here. That's what's so amazing. I did have some kitty armor somewhere. I don't know what I did with that. I need to go and look it up. So it must be somewhere in one of the systems prior to where I died. Okay, we're heading back for the lobby. So everyone's to the lobby. Let's find the bar. Somebody I forget now. Somebody bought me some special kitty armor, which was quite funny. So VoIP also maps your face expressions to your character in game. So if you use your in-game voice chat, your character's mouth moves as you speak. So we need to try that at some point. That would be quite hilarious. Right. So where's the bar? Do we need to catch an elevator to the bar? Oh, Ananas has got a box of stuff. Oh, he's got his armor. Take a left. Okay. Is it? Oh, hang on, through there. Oh, through that left. Right. Okay, gotcha. I suppose I should. That's the easy hab. Inner station transit. There we go. Okay. Into the lift. There we go. Where are we going? We are going the Galleria. Okay, everyone to the Galleria. I like the fact we can all, or at least there's a whole stack load of us in the lift. Excellent. We all definitely need a pint after that, don't we? Right, where is the Galleria? Sit and relax. Rest and relax. Manic's already over there. Perfect. Is it around here? No, that's a shop, isn't it? I don't want to go there. Everyone's heading in this direction. Ah, the food court. There we go. Yep. There we go. Is there? Okay, we can just. Ah, okay. So there's pizza. Oh, there's a pizza in a minute. Genuinely. Is this the bar? Oh, this is Elroy's. So it's kind of a pub. There's a noodle bar. Where should we just sort of hang out? Oh, this is where we sat before, isn't it? With the stairs. Can we sit around the table here? Grab a hot dog. I fancy some noodles actually. Is there something here I can buy? I can have a drink.
Welcome to the store.
Hello. Good to meet you too. Doesn't look like I can buy any noodles, but I can have a drink. Okay, I'm going to buy a can of fizzy pop. There we go. I've got my can. Good purchase. Okay. All right. I'm going to sit around. Can we sit around this table here? Can we sit around here? You know, to sit. I want to sit. Can I? Why can't I sit? Is it because I'm carrying something? doesn't. Maybe I have to. Do I have to? I don't want to drop it because it'll get all fizzy and horrible. I'm interested about the fact they've still got ring pools in the 28th century or wherever it is. Those benches. Well, some people are sitting on them. So why can't I place the can? Okay, that'll be why. Can I place the can? All right, place. I can put the can in front of there. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's my drink. Don't anybody pinch my drink. Right, I want to sit on there. Where's my can gone? He's pinched my can. I heard that. Oh, is it my helmet? Do I need to take the helmet off? Yeah, what happened to my drink? Someone's pinched my drink. Some rotter has pinched my drink. No drinking. I can't sit down here anyway. They do disappear. It's like, ZX81 has got the right idea. He's just sat in the tree. Follow me to the bar. Where's Starbolt? Okay, where's Starbolt gone? Go on, Starbolt. Take us to the bar. Right, there we go. There's Starbolt. Right, follow Starbolt, everybody. Let's get to the bar. Not putting up with disappearing cans of cherry drink. That's just wrong. Let's have a proper drink. Up the stairs, everybody. It's like Benny Hill. We should definitely do that. Ding ding diddle diddle ding ding diddle diddle ding diddle 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 ding. Awesome. Everyone's running faster than me. I need to speed up. Right, this is the bar. Right, will the bartender give me a drink? He looks really unhappy.
What can I get you?
Oh, no, he's going to give me. Let's have a beer. How do I want a beer. What should I have today? Smaltz bottle. Let's have a smaltz bottle.
Right up.
Crappy airport bar. It's like Benny Hill says. Northern Hill says, "Who? I'll have to get the Benny Hill." Yeah, I'm going to do that. Why is he over there? Can I have him a beer, please? Oh, he's coming back. There we go. Oh, thanks. Grab. Right, I've got mine. You guys get served. Oh, there's like computer games. No, it's all dodgy sort of bar. There's Top Shot. I'm going to sit next to Top Shot because he's my man. He rescued. Right, can I? If I place my drink, is my? Oh no, I can sit this time. There we go. There we are. I'm sitting. There we are. I'm sitting now. I've got my beer. Top Shot's next to me. Deximus over there. There's Starbolt. I've got my beer, and I am going to. Oh, hang on. Now I can't. Now I can't drink my beer. Oh, it's because I've got my helmet on, is it? I thought I took my helmet off. Now I can't. Oh, I'm gonna have to get up. Have I got my helmet on? And now I've fallen down on the floor. What am I doing? That beer was strong stuff. I think I'm gonna stagger to my feet. What are you doing standing on the table? No, she hasn't got a helmet on. She's obviously a bit of a lightweight, is my character. Right, let's try that again. Right, now she's. Anyway. No, I can't. Oh no, there we go. I'm just there. We are. I was just drinking. Why did she put the top back on it? Take the silly girl. Right, there we go. So we're all now. Not sure. The camera angle seems to have got a bit confused. Not quite sure why he's standing there. But at least I can have a drink. Okay, there we go. There's the beer. Well done, everybody. Table dancer. I think the fact we can all sit down at the end of the mission and basically have a drink is just brilliant. It's just like, it feels like it's the perfect way to end the stream. Oh, hold down left mouse button. Okay, so what? I can just literally trick the whole thing, can I? That didn't seem to work. Oh, anyway, I finished my beer. There's always that one guy who stands on the table, isn't there? There's not enough seating for the rest of these guys. They're just hanging around. It's so good. It's so good. Space beer at a space bar on a space station in space. It's just brilliant. We need a bigger space bar, don't we? That's what we need. We need to find the. I tell you what we need to do. We need to find the best bar in the entire verse. That needs to be a thing. Okay. Table dancer is a bit dull. Let's be fair. Oh, now my ship's been parked. The Commons, yeah, Microtech, the Commons. Okay, so we should go there. We'll try and end up. We'll try and end up there. The true Wagar pub crawl, the virtual pub crawl. Yeah, because presumably, if you drink, then if you drink alcohol, then you will you slowly get intoxicated. That would be quite good. So yeah, so apologies to the ISC. I haven't got time to react to that. I will go and watch it though. That will be really cool. Anyway, my friends, it is time. Alas, for me to depart once more. Thank you ever so much for your company. That was a fantastic tour of the moons of the verse. That was this is brilliant. I died once again, and then my ship was rescued. It was. That's just brilliant. So, what a fantastic game. Really good. Thank you to everybody who's taken part. Lovely to see so many of you in game. Giving me a cheer as well. That's just so brilliant. What a game. It's just brilliant. Thank you so much for making this such a lot of fun. It's just hysterically good and brilliant as well. And it's just such I'm out of words. It is just amazing. So thank you very much, everyone. Look after yourselves. Have a fantastic weekend ahead. I am back tomorrow with Wing Commander 5 again, and we'll crack on with that. And then streaming keeps going around all the weeks as well. So thank you again so much. Brilliant time. Absolutely fantastic. Look after yourselves. Have a fantastic weekend. If you're in the UK, enjoy the extra day off. And I will see you soon. Be good, my friends, and take care out there in the verse. Be good, and see you soon.